Look at that thing bounce. B squared.
Look at him. He beat me. It do. It look like you beat me. My nose red. My cheek red. He hit me, y'all.
I did not hit you. However, I got in trouble this week.
Hi everybody. Welcome back.
You started about talking about me beating you. I didn't beat you. I did get in trouble.
B
Squared.
Go ahead, tell people. Tell people how you got in trouble.
You want me to tell them?
So you tell
now
them
listen,
better.
this is all factual events. I'm not going to elaborate and spread this out. I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened. Okay? Excuse me, I apologize. My wife got upset at me. She was livid, I would say. Were you livid?
Fry an egg on my head. I was hot.
Okay. So, this is how the story goes. My wife and I exchanged cars. I guess I had her car. She had mine. And she decided she needed something out the car.
You already wrong.
Well, you tell the story then.
No, I'm just telling you you're wrong. That's not what I told you.
Listen, it don't make a difference. She came to my job to get the car or whatever she came. I don't know what she came up there
One
for.
of our cars, which is ours. When you're married, everything you have is ours. Go ahead.
For some reason, she needed access to the car. Car wasn't there. She says, where's the car at? And I say, don't get upset. It's not that big of a deal. Am I accurate so far?
So far. I'll stop you when you're wrong.
Okay. So, I tell her, this lady has your car.
That ain't what you said.
Okay, what'd I say?
Don't trip. I was helping my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I was helping my friend, which happened to be female.
Mm-hmm.
Helping my female friend who needed to use the car.
Now you're adding. You're reaching. But go ahead. You ain't give all that.
I didn't give all that? Okay.
Go ahead.
So, did you go to the parking lot? Mm-hmm. Hit the button? Boop, boop.
To a key that was not to a vehicle that is registered in the Hayes' name?
Boop, boop. Don't get upset. You didn't follow instructions.
I ain't never gonna follow that instruction.
Why not?
How many years have you known me?
Why can't you follow simple instructions? That's what the things went wrong at right here. You were given a directive and you didn't follow the instructions given.
You know?
The first thing was don't get upset.
Ladies, your husband or your man tell you not to get upset. Be prepared to hit go and be upset.
No, that's not what you do. You was told not to get upset.
You don't tell me what to do.
Had you followed instructions,
you don't tell me what to do. You ain't Simon. I don't say what you do.
Everybody say that. It was given instructions. If you'd have followed the instructions, you would have got upset.
Tell the rest of the video so we can go on about our business.
Oh, you want me to just get up, breeze on through it, huh?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, because you keep telling me I'm telling them wrong, so I want you to, just go
no,
ahead and tell me.
You do what you do best. Put a little sauce on it, as my daddy would say.
No.
Go ahead.
No. I'm just trying to be as accurate as possible.
So I go to the parking garage and boop to a red car. We ain't got no red car. Especially no old, ugly red two-door car.
Why gotta be an ugly car? Some people don't have a car right now.
Okay.
Some people don't need 2 feet.
Y'all remember Luminous?
Hey, I had a Lumina before.
I know.
It was my mama's.
Okay.
It was a 4-door. It wasn't a 2-door though. I don't think you make 2-door Aluminas.
I
don't even make
don't
no
even know
sense.
if it was aluminum. I don't even know what aluminum looks like.
What?
I think it was
You
more.
just said y'all remember what Alumina, and you just.
I don't know cars very well. What's a 2-door? Is that that's not a Impala. What's the long ones?
Long and 2-door don't go together.
In the middle. It's in the middle of a long and a short. It's not a
Compact.
It's not a Cobalt. And it's not a big body. I'll find it.
I've seen a 2-door Lincoln.
It wasn't a Lincoln. I know what Lincoln.
It was long.
It wasn't that long. I'm gonna find it. Go ahead, continue.
You can find a picture of the red car. So, because you had the keys to the car, you decided to go through the car.
You damn straight.
Why would you do that?
Because if it's on my key ring.
On your key ring.
Yours is mine.
Yours and mine is the same thing, huh?
Period.
But somebody had my car or our car, right? So how did he not have a key ring?
Talking about.
You said you had the key ring.
I said that key to that red car because you have a key to my car and I have a key to yours, correct?
Uh-huh.
One was missing.
Oh,
and then the red one was on there. Play with me if you want to.
Replaced it, huh?
Go ahead. Go on with your little story.
So you pretty upset, huh?
You making me upset again.
I think you upset again because of the red key.
Because you ignorant.
So once you got in the car and see there was there female items in the car?
Absolutely.
What kind of female items were they?
You better tell your story.
What?
You better tell your story. I'm about to accost you.
You gonna accost me? I'm asking what kind of female products was in there. Was it like a brush?
Go on with your story. Go on with your story.
So, did I come down and inquire about you going through somebody else's car?
No, you came down so you could try to
calm you down.
Yeah, which you knew that wasn't gonna work. You might as well stay Pontiac. That's what I'm thinking of.
Pontiac, huh?
Mm-hmm.
2-door red Pontiac.
Go ahead.
So, I'm assuming that you got a little loud.
A little?
Yeah.
When have you ever known me to be either quiet or loud? It's a little bit loud. That's not a thing. It's hot and cold.
So you were loud.
Ignorant, even.
Ignorant, even. So, I allowed somebody else to use the car. And they gave me another car in exchange for the moment in time while they had the car. It was a red little 2-door. Ooh. You got a picture of it? Something like that? Show the people.
Go ahead.
I'm going to look at that. Pontiac, I'm going to put that on the thumbnail. So, unbeknownst to me, I was laying in my bed. My wife gets up out the bed.
I wasn't up.
You got out the bed and came back.
I went to use the bathroom.
Regardless of that, you came. I'm telling the story.
Okay,
She came back to the bed. I said, "Baby, you okay?" No, I'm pissed. Wait, you pissed? What do you mean you pissed? I just had a dream.
First of all, I wasn't that loud.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
The baby was here to prove it, but you were that loud.
It was 5 o'clock in the morning.
At 5:42 a.m.
And I could have woke him up, but I did not.
You did. You walked to the bathroom stomping hard. You walked back stomping hard.
Stomping hard.
It woke me up out of my slumber.
You're a liar.
What woke me up. Why would I not? Why would I say, baby, you okay?
Because you always do that.
No.
If I get up and get back in the bed, you said, baby, okay.
No.
I was
you
on
wake up
my
every
elbows.
day to go to work.
I was on my elbows playing on my phone, trying to calm myself down. Because, ladies, if you have a bad dream, sometimes when you wake up, you still upset about that dream. And all I want to know, who's the wench in the red Pontiac?
Listen, she stumped to the restroom. And
sometimes you have dreams that'll tell you about the reality.
That my wife is crazy as hell? Yeah.
You daggone skip.
Yeah. Because you get upset to where wake you up out of your sleep. And then, this is where it gets good. So again, she stumped herself to the restroom and stumped back and plopped into the bed. Now mind you, mind you,
I didn't do all that.
Mind you, this woman gets up every day to go to work before me.
And so you wake up every day.
And I had to wake up when you leave the house, and I had the garage go up.
And that's not true, because you kissed me in the morning. You don't remember kissing me?
No, you kissed me, I'll be asleep.
Okay, well then I won't kiss you anymore.
I wouldn't know the difference. I'm asleep.
Okay. You be like, have a good day. So you don't mean it?
That's not true. Those days are different. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is
you just said you don't never hear me.
I didn't say never hear you. What I'm saying is that 95% of the time, she's out the door before I hear her. This day, she plopped back in the bed, and I was like, hey, you okay? Everything all right over there?
Trying to act like you so sentimental.
I was.
Trying to figure out
what's wrong. Was I not sentimental?
No.
I had no clue what was going on. I'm pissed. This is how she looked.
I said I'm hot.
No, hot, pissed, whatever. Her hands like this. I'm pissed. With the shaking.
I didn't do all that.
That's what you did.
I didn't do all that.
Mind you, I don't sleep in these here glasses here. I can't see her. But I can see that she was...
how can you tell that I was shaking?
Because I can see the vibration in the room.
You're lying.
I was like, oh. So she tells me about this here dream that she has.
And he laughs at me.
I laugh hard. Because it was funny to me.
Laughs at me.
And about 2 or 3 minutes after the story, back to sleep I go.
I was still talking.
She was very upset still. And she said, are you going back to sleep?
Your head was faced the other way and you were snoring. So how you going to tell me what I was doing?
When somebody's laying next to you and they move in an abrupt nature with a little attitude behind it, you feel that.
Allegedly.
And I just dozed off. And she was upset because I went back to sleep because I was over it. They got nothing to do with me.
I said, so you just going to go back to sleep.
Oh,
Because clearly I'm awake. And you trying to go sleep. That's what you finna do? Not going to make sure I'm all right?
You were fine.
No, it was hot.
Hey, the fan was on. I can't even think about what's going on in your dreams. I wasn't there. I was not present. Had nothing to do with me. I can't fix what's going on in your dreams.
So then you laughed and said yes. And then went back to sleep. Again.
Because it had nothing to do with me.
Because you're rude.
I did all I could do.
Rude, I tell you.
I was listening to her tell me the story about this here car. I tried to ask questions. Then she get upset because I asked questions. I need to qualify about these keys in the key ring.
No, because he talking about it don't make sense.
It did not make sense.
That's because you were asleep and you didn't understand.
Okay.
No comprende.
Mm-hmm. No comprende. Mm-hmm. I was getting my sleep on, and I decided that it was over. I'm going to go back to sleep. Because whenever she figured out what's going on, then she'd be fine. Moral of the story, don't eat before going to sleep. You have crazy dreams, and then your significant other got to deal with that the next day, and they're going to laugh at you, like I did.
Because you're rude.
It is what it is. Anything else? Your birthday weekend?
I got my nails done.
Good.
I will show y'all my toes, but that's just a lot for me to get my foot up here.
You go ahead. Show me your foot. Go right ahead.
They look just like this, but on my feet. And minus the tips. Now, first of all, the lady was very kind. However, she didn't have to do me like that. She said, you haven't gotten your nails done in a while, have you? I was like, no, not since the wedding 6 years ago. She said, you come back in 2 weeks. What?
Again, another directive. Let's see if she follows.
I am. I was just, what's that on the Friday? King Richard comes out on that Friday. Y'all gonna watch King Richard? We watching it on Friday.
Sure, why not?
I have some new nails by you.
We gotta watch another movie my mama told us about. The Harder They
I
Fall.
can get my nails done twice before we go to Hawaii.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get one of them lays on one of my fingers. See if they do the leaf. I mean the flower. Make it a little festive.
The people in Hawaii to see your net lays that they see every day, all day.
Well, it's more for me.
Oh, okay.
So that when we not there, because we're not gonna be gone for 2 weeks. Smart tail.
I'm just saying.
Irritating.
Get some good food on your birthday?
I had lots of good food on my birthday. And free food. You know, food is bomb when it's free. One place I didn't get to go to that I usually partake in around my birthday. King Crabs.
You enjoyed that.
King Crabs and Lee Summit. Get you a number 6. It'll bless your soul. Some people in the room don't eat seafoods, so they're barrier to my seafood life. But you're going to have to build a bridge and get over it, because I think I'm going to start my seafood chicken journey, since everything else hurts my stomach.
You go right ahead. Have all the seafood you like.
I am. That's the only way I know you ain't going to be putting your fork into my plate.
I don't put my fork in your plate.
I know. The only thing I got to get is your daughter out my plate. And vegetables.
That'll do it.
Yes.
This is kind of off subject, but it's about the month of November.
Oh, no.
Huh?
I said, oh, no. Once you say off subject.
I mean, it's the month of November, you know, your birthday month and all that. I don't really think I knew this directly. You know, they have that No Shave November thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that it was Men's Health Month.
Yes.
So I never really paid attention to that, which in my age, I need to be paying attention.
You do. Oh, you didn't like the confirmation?
Wow.
I thought I was confirming what you were saying.
Men, especially black men, statistics show that we need to be looking and getting ourselves checked out. They've been saying that for the last probably about 10 years. And I don't know if a black man.
They said it before that too, but you know,
I'm talking
some people
popular.
don't listen.
Oh my God. Just being more popular about it, you know, like it's really something that we need to be paying attention, and we are dying. And it's not just always by gun violence with each other. It's also sometimes when it's not taking care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, get yourself checked out early and often.
Get your prostate screened.
It's I think didn't even Pastor said it the other day that like Colin Powell died from like colon cancer.
Complications of cancer and COVID.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was he had got COVID, but before that he had got the COVID situation. So it is something that is very serious. We need to be paying attention to and get it checked out. I had my prostate checked. What was it? Pre-COVID, the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
then I
never
had
got your movie from him.
it was breakfast. It was breakfast. Me and
Stupid.
Stanley are no longer together. But I think I'm gonna go back to Balky. You know, he the one who did my snip. So, um, doing all that talking about football. See if you know anything about football going on currently.
I'm just saying. He's a nice man. He was a MU fan, so I was
I mean,
alright.
listen. I guess he was a nice man. He didn't cut me short.
You stupid. Uh, I just saw this thing. It says the Prostate Cancer Foundation estimates that African American men are 1.6 times more likely than other men to get prostate cancer and twice as likely to die from it.
That's not good.
It says early detection is critical as prostate cancer is always treatable and often curable. An individual's risk depends on how far the prostate cancer has I can't say that word. Metastasized, which is spread throughout the body.
There you go.
Y'all put them S's and T's and Z's together. Cancer that remains in the prostate or nearby regions has a survival rate of nearly 100% with treatment. Gentlemen, talk with your doctor about your prostate level risk, family history, symptoms to watch for, and whether they recommend screening at this time.
What I got from that is you can survive it.
You too can survive it.
But if you don't get it checked, it goes undetected, then poop, you're dead.
Don't be the twice as likely.
Simple. Simple, simple, simple.
We gotta do better for the children. Teach them better. That was something totally different.
No, let's see what that said. Scroll that back up again. I want to see what that said. It said male nipple, and I want to see what the rest of it says.
It says, did you know male nipples serve a purpose? They are highly sensitive erogenous zones. Did you just grab your nipples? I can't. All right. This has been brought to you by No Flame. You're a hot mess.
How about hot mess? You had the nipples on the page. All I did was grab
I was
myself.
scrolling up on Candy's page. Stop it. You know what? Are you done? All right. Let's chat about Ready to Love DC.
The guy ain't going to jail yet. Corey ain't going to jail.
He got kicked off.
I'm saying he didn't go to jail.
Oh, yeah. He didn't go to jail yet. But I still think there's going to be some backlog complaints filed. Because I feel like I need to file one. Him and the guy that was, bless his heart, he was a tad weird, but he had zoned in, laser focus on
one lady.
Shiloh.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name to save my life, but he ain't on the show anymore, so it don't matter. Other than that, the dark girl that thinks that Cornelius is her boo, I think she the next one to go.
She is a piece of work. Well, before we saw her a little bit, they brought in 2 more people.
Oh, yeah.
As a surprise.
At a pool party.
The girl was beautiful. She she had herself together. She's gonna be a competition beast.
She walked in, all the girls said, "Uh-oh."
And the guys was like, "Whoa." She knew one of the guys for their previous like his employment or whatever. They in the nightlife,
New Jersey.
So they in there shaking bottles up.
Oh, I didn't know what you was doing. Jesus.
What?
Didn't know. I got to watch you.
She was a threat, but the reason why I say them bring them in because the school teacher, I think she is the old school teacher lady. She came out the gate talking about I got a boyfriend and all that. So the guy was like, okay, and So the two people started talking to each other. They was in a group of females,
Right.
and they were just answering questions because both of them knew nothing about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girls got offended, like, if y'all gonna talk to each other. And I was like, well, who else they gonna talk to? Y'all know
Right.
each other. Y'all not giving us any information. They were just being friendly. But it was weird. The new guy, he had a little connection with the girl from New York, but it kind of went
I
south.
can't never think of her name. I want to call her Alicia, and that ain't her name.
It's something with an A though. Hairstylist is what I call her. That's her job, her profession.
Grown kid.
Grown kids. So they hit it off. They really were working it out. And then they had the conversation about children, and she's not a fan.
You want more kids.
I don't think he has any.
Nope. And that's why you don't date someone with no kids if you don't want no more kids.
Because what's going to be a problem for a lot of the guys, I think. I mean, unless it's the ones that have kids that are grown or whatever.
I was about to say, there's some older ones, like Walter's older. He ain't said nothing about the bald head guy.
There's two bald head guys with a beard. I don't know which one is which.
The older man that likes Courtney. and Moomin, whatever the girl that means.
Anyway, they that's a very big thing when you're starting to never go out normal.
That's my second one. You missed the first one.
I missed the first one. Oh, dog, yeah. Video started. I didn't even know. So when you have trying to start relationships with somebody, and there's a big difference in ages or things of that nature,
Or lifestyle. Like, I would never date anybody. If something happened and you died, that's the only way we're going to date again. But something happened, you died, I ain't dating nobody that ain't had kids. Because you know why? Guess what?
they only ask you for one, you be like, I don't want to do this.
I'm not doing it.
Well, that's what she kind of said too. She liked him, but it was like, done so.
We can be friends. Let me find you someone who ready to pop all them babies out.
Yeah, because that's another thing that might be an issue. Like, you have your kids, and even if you were going to give them one, they might want 3. Then what?
Oh, it's the fan that's on. I was like, what is making all this wind? I'm sorry. It's easily distracted. Huh?
Making winds look like passing gas?
You know what?
I'm just saying.
I ain't got to take this.
Anything other intakes from the...
I don't think there was anything else special that happened on those dates. There's nothing, nobody solidified. Like last year, it was like, ooh, it's so-and-so and so-and-so and so. So like Jason and Kyra and
It took him a while to get to that point, though.
and that's what I'm saying.
And I think that's the reason why the guy, the nice gentleman went home, because he was already committed
laser
himself.
focused in the one.
He committed himself to the girl, and she was like, I'm not ready to settle in on you.
And poor thing, she was crying. She didn't want to send him home because she was like, I'm interested, but I want to be able to give this process my all.
And you can't do that when you're dating 15 people.
No.
Again, the show's fake.
Oh. That's how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on Ready to Love, DC?
No, I'm ready for some drama to pop off here soon.
You know why you ready for drama?
What?
You live and love drama.
No, I do not.
That's why you instigate your own.
I do not. It ain't my fault that woman put her hands down that man's pants, and I sat there and I was like,
all right, thank you.
in the middle of the restaurant.
Sir.
And you can get on me because I said I was loud. But they put their hands down each other's pants and stuff. That's my fault.
This is what I'm talking about, y'all. I can't take him nowhere. Next birthday, I might just do a girls' dinner.
Won't be as fun.
You making a scene at the restaurant was not fun.
I made a scene, but she put her hand down his pants.
But nobody knew that but you and him and her.
In the middle of the restaurant. With no hand sanitizer.
I did. All right. We're going to move on to Married at First Sight, Houston. Okay? I'm going to say the name of a couple. You're going to give me your thoughts.
Okay, I got it. I can follow the instructions.
Can you? Rachel and
How
Jose.
inappropriate is
No,
this?
okay.
Look,
Rachel.
how look inappropriate? You just
Rachel
okay.
and Jose.
Rachel and Jose. My thoughts. 'Cause let's set the mood a little bit here. It's getting close to decision day. Like 5 days away when this episode is going on.
Next episode is decision day.
Yeah, I think so. So,
finally, no more 2 hour.
Oh, there'll be 2 hour episodes. Yeah, let's see that.
I'm
You have
talking
at
about
least
after that.
3 more 2 hour episodes, I think. Anyway,
We're dwindling down.
I think that all the couples met with their friend, their close friend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, it boiled down to they're phony, as they've been all season long, and they both do the same thing. They don't listen to each other, and they don't care about what the other has to say.
Right.
And ultimately, that is not a good recipe for being in a marriage. As much as he doesn't listen to her and he wants to have so much control over everything, she has that same thing in return. They're still talking about the one big incident, which is a huge incident, but either you're going to let it end your relationship or move the hell on.
They're still talking about her wanting to go to Paris.
They still
or
talking
Switzerland.
about it was somewhere else before it was Paris.
It's Europe. She said Europe.
She wants to take trips. Okay, say you want to take trips. He can agree or not agree.
He not agreeing.
And then, well, he really didn't get a chance to because she's so adamant about it. And we're going to have to take trips every other year. Okay, that's a compromise. But then when he said something about the trips he want to take, well, that's not a real trip. Whoa.
Because he want to go 5 miles away and do skiing.
But
that ain't a real trip.
Why not?
She wants to be on a flight for at least 5 hours.
She said 9.
Oh, I'm sorry, 9 hours.
Okay, but that's not...
I tell y'all in December if I want to be on a flight that long.
That's not necessarily where it has to be. There's also some compromise. You said every other year, so that off year you're not doing anything? I think he was trying to say that off year we can do some other stuff. There's some things in this place right here we haven't seen, is my opinion, but she won't listen to that.
Some people just want to do big, big, big. I'm okay with crossing off going to every state and not just driving through the state, like going
seeing something you haven't seen before.
But all states aren't created equal.
Very true.
Some of them I could just go to the gift shop, keep pushing.
I understand that, but
unless it has some flags that deem it necessary for me to keep going. My
thing is that there's no point in saying, because the reason why I say this is because she made a point to say he's not listening again. Well, no, you was adamant about the fact you have to do this, and you kind of shot down the fact that he wanted to go somewhere closer, which isn't fair. They said you want to do something big, you want to do something small. Combine the two, make it a thing that y'all share together. Because ultimately, it's supposed to be about doing something together, right, not about the actual event. What's more important? You going to see Switzerland, or you going to see Switzerland with me? It was about her going to Switzerland. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm going, regardless if you go or not.
She said, I want to go with my husband.
But you want to put...
Meaning she wants him to do what she wants.
Right, which isn't fair. Because if he turned around and say, well, I want you to save some damn money and don't spend so often, and...
Well, he can't cuss no more at her.
Well...
After he cursed her out and locked her out, he can't curse at her no more. That's a deal breaker.
Well,
what I wrote down in my notes is Jose leaves out a lot when he's talking to his friends.
He was off, period.
He's explaining to his friend that she just gets up and go when they have a hard time. I was like, you cussed that girl out and locked her out and then snickered in her face when she was trying to address it. And you think I'm going to slap your lips or I'm going to need to go. One of the two. We about to tussle on this camera. But I'm not even going to wait.
Well, I was also going to say, why would the tussle happen the next day? and not address. I guess okay.
Because he locked her out.
But it should have happened before that because he was upset about the same little issue before where he called him by a different name. Okay, they argued and fight. They were intoxicated. Liquor does a lot, and that's the reason why the situation went down the way it went. He beats her, so it's okay.
First of all, he beats her, and it's okay is not in the same sentence right now. I'm gonna need you to get that together, all the way together, sir.
I don't know if he beat her or not. He just grabs her face a lot. So
it doesn't matter, but you can't say it's okay.
I'm saying for the M&A show, whatever.
Still not okay. Anyway, I want to get the reaction from the friends watching the show, because I want them, as they go back and watch it, to see why she left and all the things that happened. I want to see what their real opinion is, since he left out a lot. And then I also put down that they can't compromise for crap.
Not gonna make it. Again, we've said
they're gonna say yes.
They're gonna say yes,
and they're not gonna make it.
They're not gonna make it. They're in two different places, two different worlds, and it's, I don't know if it's editing or whatever, but they make it seem like their conversations. They're in two different rooms.
They are going to Virginia and Eric this match.
What about Ryan and Claire? They were phony too.
They were.
And I told you he beat her too.
You know what? I'm going to have to limit your time on watching stuff.
What?
And your comments.
I told you before the first episode last season that he was beating her. As soon as them cameras cut off, she said, I want a divorce.
And I told you, you cannot say that about that black man. Beating that white woman.
I ain't gonna do with that.
They be at his house. You look at how you shook the whole table.
I just followed my wife's lead. Next couple. Give me a name. Oh, wait, they're not gonna make it.
Johnny and Bao.
Not gonna make it. I don't think I want to say anything else other than that. You talk about somebody that leaves stuff out.
Who, Bao or Johnny? I want Married at First Sight. They already have couples cam. They have people that review it. I want them to get some of the friends to sign off and watch that crap live. For you to be like, that's not what you told me. You forgot the part where you went cray-cray.
He's been rude to her. He doesn't have a brain of his own. That's what it is. That's all it is to it.
No, because he
does
said
not have his own brain.
They'll talk me into something.
Buying a timeshare or whatever.
Yeah. And I was like, what?
If you don't want to be with this woman, there's nobody can come in here and talk you into anything. You sit there and talk to her friend. You got a bad vibe from that. Take it back. You went to see where she lived and how she grew up, and you felt bad for her, and you had a connection with her. Then all of a sudden, you talk to her friend, and then all of a sudden, I don't love her. She's not what I want to be, and this and that and the other. She does all this stuff to me like he's a victim. He plays victim all the time. And then he turns around and says, well, I don't know. Maybe we should work this out. Maybe I should say yes just because.
And you want to know what my note says for them?
What's that?
Johnny being Johnny.
Johnny being Johnny?
That's it.
He's an a-hole. He's not a nice person because he doesn't have his own mind.
And I'm pissed because he's going to say no. She's going to say yes. And I want her to just hurt his feelings. Say no. Build him up. She done built him up with the little sparkly dress and all that she brought. I want you to build him up. Let him say yes to be like, no.
It depends on how they edit it and how they show who's going to say yes or no first, or how that plays out.
I want them to let him go first and confess his love to her. For her to be like, nah, dog, I'm good.
That's what should happen. But I don't know that she has the ability to be able to do that.
She ain't. She don't say
she's not strong enough.
Her mama took a lot of stuff. She don't take a lot of stuff.
I also think that I see that she's tried. I still don't understand what she lied about to make herself look good, I guess. I don't know. Why she did that lying, I don't know. But why she lied for that jackass, I don't know either.
I think she wants to look good just like he does. But if they just be honest and vulnerable, maybe they'll see something different. I don't know. I don't know.
Not gonna make it.
Mirla and Gil.
I hate this show. They spin stuff that makes no sense. Well, they spin it when it doesn't have to spin it. We're gonna watch the damn show next week. You ain't got to spin it.
The truth will do. Truth is just fine. I put on my note that they build it up, so I'll be shocked if they say no. Because they building it up to be like, oh my goodness, they might have an issue, blah, blah, blah.
It's just not necessary. Like, it's insulting your viewers' intelligence, is what it is. Like, we sit here and watch the show. We're going to watch every single week anyway.
Whether it's 2 hours or not.
You ain't got to spin it to where, oh, well, they're going to make it. Is he really fed up with her? No. No. And then they keep talking about the same thing. This is the problem with this show. The show would be about 4 episodes if they're really honest about it. They spread this 2 hours out with 5 couples every single week, and they talk about the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Then they put them in these situations where they have to ask these other questions over and over and over and over again. Like the couples hanging out just because of the fact that we got to hang out and get some shots here. We all gonna stand around the pool table. Who does that? When you gonna hang out with people, you don't just stand around the pool table
They
in
had
a
a
circle.
shot pool a little bit.
Gil still had the pool stick in his hand. They did their little toast. Then you disperse. Nobody just sits around in a perfectly arced circle. Come on, man.
Arced and circle don't go together. It was a crescent moon. It's a half circle is what you was trying to say, right, baby?
You know what the hell I mean. It's
Well,
better for camera
look,
angles.
you done called me sleepy, so I'm gonna make fun. It's
Okay.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
You get your little water cup there. Get your little drink.
I think I'm gonna be chomping on ice here in a minute. Y'all hear me chomping on ice? It is what it is. Some people, us, didn't take when we were supposed to, and now it is sleepy.
We were too busy
bedtime.
celebrating birthdays.
I know.
Like you grown to somebody or something.
I am grown. I'm a cough away from 40. All right, Brett and Ryan.
Johnny's leading asshole.
Wait, that's it, right?
This guy went on the show. I don't even know why he's on the show.
I don't know, but
And it ain't the woman that he's not getting along with or whatever. Like, he's never said anything bad about her at any time.
he actually had lots of comments about her tonight, and positive ones. He was like, he feel like, he feel bad for things that he done did. That didn't stop him from doing it. But
Here's the thing about that. He only did one thing. At the end.
he's been a jackass the whole time.
I'm not even talking about in that vein.
Oh.
He did, the only thing he really did was not be present.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was there every single time, but not there. So he didn't do anything. He didn't have any substance to this ability of making them a couple.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 points in the whole thing. Earlier on, when she was kind of the whole airplane thing and all that, maybe that turned him off so much. And then nothing for all the 7 weeks. And then...
Well, he went in a separate bedroom because he couldn't get comfortable.
Well, his only act of the whole season was download a dating app 7 days before they're about to make a decision.
Rude.
Very
when
rude.
he said he was going to try.
He wasn't crying from the first day.
No, he wasn't. He packed up his stuff before she got back to the apartment. So after they had the blowout about really wasn't a blowout, because she was just like, be blessed. Get out.
And he went and got his stuff.
He went and got his stuff from the house. So when she came back to the house, all his stuff was gone. He took the coffee maker. And that coffee maker didn't belong to you, Ryan. Give it to Brett. Because the way she said, he even took the coffee.
His coffee maker.
I don't care. It's mine now. Did you download the app or not? It's my coffee maker. Matter of fact, don't move a thing out the house until I figure out what I want.
No, it's his stuff. You can't take that man's stuff.
Forget 50%. 75% is
No,
mine.
no. That's his stuff. And I take that back. I'm gonna give him credit. He did have one other attempt to do something in the marriage. When her dog died, he was there for her.
Well, he texted
He
her
did
and
3
said,
things.
you know, I'm here for you if you need
He
me.
took her out. That was the anniversary.
I was about to say, that was because it was an anniversary.
Well, listen, if there was a word count for them to get a check on the show, he barely made it.
Let me tell you something. If I choke on this ice and die on this camera, you go ahead and upload this so you can see you kill me.
All I did was say the truth. You know, like you watch more sports.
You gotta have 25 words. He got them. He got them, most of them talking to Johnny though.
Yeah, he did. He didn't do the whole lot of talking at the time. She asked him a question. He's sitting there. Well, I don't know about that.
Most of his questions was when he said, well, I said we can go ahead and stay in the same bed after we ain't been staying with each other for 6 weeks. We ain't staying together.
The most emotion he showed was not about his relationship. It was 2 times. Talking to Johnny. He had emotions about that. Like, it just ain't working. You should just get out of it. And then he had emotions when Michaela told him to get in that car.
He's what am I supposed to do?
He's like, he was fine before you came out of here. That's the only time he showed emotions.
I leave too.
Only time he showed emotions. Other than that,
he's a January 6th person.
He took us 3 episodes before he realized he could talk.
That's because he was too busy trying to see if they were going to arrest him for being on the Capitol on January 6th.
Another thing. I know it was 8 weeks ago in their situation, but at the beginning of the season, it may have been like 14 weeks or something like that. Do you remember his groomsman? His friend didn't look familiar to me. I was like, who's this guy? But this either here or there.
That's because they have red on.
Oh, go ahead with your comments. That's couple. You stupid.
They gotta switch it up because otherwise the Fed's gonna come for them and arrest the way they do these people in Missouri and Kansas.
You stupid.
I think there was one arrested in Blue Springs.
The teacher, I believe.
I bet you he off of 4th Street because they be over there.
People gonna come get you. Go ahead. Who you those people?
I ain't scared of them. I ain't the Capitol. You come around here if you want to.
Officer Friendly next door ain't gonna help you either.
I don't need his help.
Come on.
Last but not least.
You always say them for last.
It was just how they came into the things. I wrote it down. As they appeared on screen. What's what they do it? On my little...
The characters.
Yeah, the characters.
Actually, Michaela was the first one on the screen when we started watching it a couple days ago. But anyway, Michaela and Zach.
Well, I went from tonight. Don't do that. Y'all close your eyes.
See, this is where violence comes in. She's violent to me.
I ain't
gonna do it twice today.
I ain't violent.
Go ahead with your comments about the couple.
What I said is they are too hot and cold for me. I don't know what they're going to do. And then, in all caps, see if y'all can... Oh, wait.
Oh, my God.
I look very drunk. It's just water, people. Why is everyone so confused as to what the yes and the no mean on decision day? It says, yes, I want to stay married. No, I want to get a divorce. So why, pray tell, when the crescent moon is occurring, the half circle around the pool table, and they're talking about, well, I can say no, and we can still date. No. No means you want a divorce. No means bye-bye.
That's what Bao said.
I'm with her. You can't tell me no on national TV and think we finna work on something. No, boo-boo. No means no. No means here's your ring. Here's your name. Here's my signature. Bye. Yes means let's do this. Whether it's gonna be for better or worse, we's gonna do it.
Was that worse looking at me?
I was just
I'm about to
saying
say,
for better or worse.
Listen. Check my resume.
What you
I
say?
said, you want to get divorced with me? Leave my ring on the motherfucking table.
I said yes means.
Oh,
I
you said
need
better
you-
or worse. I'm trying to say you looked
It
at me.
don't matter.
You looked at me when you said worse, and I just want to clarify what that means.
First of all, you just looked up because I was looking at you when I said yes for
Okay.
better or for worse.
Okay.
Like I am right now.
Okay. I was going to check.
Don't feel no type of way. We done had better and worse. Now what?
Sickness and in health.
We done had both of them.
Because you was sick.
And you was too.
Not that sick. Just a little sick.
We ain't been healthy. Just kidding. I'm healthy now. Anyway, what were your thoughts on Michaela and Zach? Now that you done clowned on my side.
You sit here and have the TV downstairs or something, get a little attitude about it, and go sit here and shake this damn ice. I swear. Oh my gosh.
Don't tell the people what you feel. Michaela and Zach.
What Zach was trying to do is what the couple should have did in
You don't know what's
Washington. They were in Washington. They was in D.C. They had issues with production. The guy had issues with production because they, it's a show.
The embarrassing one that was getting on the elevator?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, man, hear me out. What they should have done was, because they were not on production, they were getting together. So, I believe that his thought process is, if I get her in a different setting, this might work. However, a leopard don't shed their stripes. I said it. A leopard don't shed their stripes.
Okay.
Change their stripes. It's still not, the leopard and the stripes don't go together either, is what I was getting to. But but I wanted to say stripes.
Zebra.
I was zebra. I wanted the leopard and the stripes together.
That ain't how they go.
But it does go. If you see a leopard with stripes, they ain't gonna change.
I don't want to be around that because I don't know what it is.
Is it a Dibra?
It's a liger.
Like a liger? So, I think that he feels like there's gonna be a change in the atmosphere.
A change gonna go.
But from the very earlier on, he's been really high on the fact of, oh, she's this and she's that and everything. But I don't know that that's going to be enough. I don't know what the decisions are going to be because they don't have a clue. Now, that's the way you put somebody in suspense, where you don't have a clue what the couple's going to do. You don't got to do all this fake stuff they're doing with Marla, So, So, from there's going to be an interesting episode.
It's going to be interesting if they make these people say yes, just so they can sell the show for next season.
Next season? You think they need to do something to sell the show?
I mean, I feel like they're doing too much anyway. They got these January 6 people on here that don't like the redheads.
Well, I think the show is what it is. I think it still stay popular. I mean, besides it being 2 hours, unless you people start writing in about it, it's going to continue to be 2 hours.
Oh, I got a letter for him. I'll be like, do you know that I have to stay awake for all 2 hours? Or come back to it? Like, who does that? Huh?
Anything else you have to add?
Happy anniversary to B Squared. We missed it, but we'll have something to revisit. So feel free to look at the earlier videos of how this all started. The day after my birthday. So November 5th, 2020. Feel free to look at that video and we'll tell you all about our journey. We're going to get back to our adventure challenge and go back to going on dates. Ain't that right?
Yep.
That's it and that's all, folks, for me. This half of the B Squared is good. I'm older and wiser.
Older and wiser. Anything else you want to talk about that's coming up going forward?
This week?
Yeah.
Why that?
That's what I asked.
I'm gonna be celebrating my grandmother's birthday this weekend. She'll be 90 years old. Bless her little soul. She's an angel, just like me.
Okay. Happy birthday, Grandma. But what about this angel over here? You can rub off on her enough.
Anyway, that's all. I hope you all have a blessed and prosperous week. That's it. That's all I got. Whenever Ben hits that button, we'll be out of here.
Be blessed.
B. I
Square.
said B.
Square.